I taught undergraduate school at one point, and me and Jay taught it. My friend Jay, we both taught together. This was so cool. And I can't remember what the name of the class is, neither can he, but it was, everyone had to have an elective. So it was an elective class for undergraduate students. And so it was something like culture and community or something like that, right? So all the athletes that have to fulfill this, these are football players, basketball players, they got to take an elective. So they looked at it and they took it. So our class was mainly made up of all these big buff guys, right? And at one point, there was a guy from Iowa. I'll never forget this kid. Young white male, big. He was short, actually, but he was thick, buff. And we got to a point, and we had Samoans, African American, huge, it's a very diverse class. And one time this guy from Iowa says, well, I just don't believe that this whole stuff about racism, this is America. And if you just work hard, so I'm looking at Jay's looking at me, and I'm looking at the athletes, the other athlete, Black and the Samoan athletes over here. There was almost a fight. It almost like, you don't know what you're talking. I mean, it got crazy in the classroom, right? So I'm looking at Jay. I said, Jay, we got to do something, right? So I told them, I said, what we're going to do is we're going to pair up and we're going to go to the mall next week. I know, Lord, I will not confirm nor deny that I did this. So we take the class. Jay and I take the class to a mall that's located in the Black community. And so it was, it was amazing. Lloyd Center Mall is what it's called. So we're at Lloyd Center Mall. And I said, we're going to do an experiment. I'm going to pair you up and you can just walk around the mall. And my thought was I wanted them to observe how people were engaging. Again, and then come back and say, what was that experience like? Right. So we're going to meet in the food court at the end, a certain time. We're going to all meet there. Well, the Iowa kid is paired up with one of the Samoan individuals who had broken his leg, had a cast from the knee down. And so every now and then he would have to rest because he was on crutches, right? So they were walking and they were together. I paired them up deliberately. So they're walking. The Samoan kid is big. I mean, he's tall, big, and he's got a broken leg, right? So every time he would stop to lean to rest his leg, the store security would go, you're loitering. Please move around. Move along. And the guy would go, okay. So they would go start walking. And every single time he would stop to rest until the guy from Iowa goes, he's got a broken leg, okay? He can't, he just rages at this security, mall security guy. And he goes, he's just resting. People can't, this is, we have a policy. No one can loiter. He's not loitering. So he comes back. Now we're all meeting in the food court. I don't know what's happened with any of the pairs that have gone around. I don't even remember what happened to anyone else. I just remember it. That young man, he said, I would never have believed it. But he experienced it. And from that point on, no matter where I was, I could be walking down the street, he would run and just hug me. This kid from Iowa, he said, he would hug me. He said, I didn't know. I didn't know.